Cut that out. So we'll cut the wire.
The idea is to not touch it.
Ideally, if you don't like this, is about the worst way you can do it.
Pull them that way just a little more.
It'll be alright if it's a little dry in the center. Back window will be plenty wet.
Got it hooked to the Chevelle. This is Odie's Chevelle.
Oh, maybe once we can get him stopped, maybe we can shove it over and he'll straighten back up and let him pull a little bit, keep on straightening it.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I
Be
know.
able to guide him too.
Right. But I mean, we can't stop till we get the car straight. I mean, it's still moving.
We can't steal it cheater.
Right. Whoa. All right. Go ahead. We got it. Doing that, it is automatically coming out farther. I might be able to hold it too, you know, kind of straight.
Watch yourself.
There it's going. That's great. I think it's gonna go.
One down, one to go.
But we want the camera lights on to be like easier to see.
We lift it up here and grab the boards out there and look at the dollars back. You was right.
Oh, no. Don't thank me yet.
I think we got double string. Watch this, he'll pick the whole fucking thing up. You heard me grunting, didn't you?
You was right.
Forget my damn heat gun. One day at a time.
How you coming out that
You
stuff?
actually work.
I thought you got all that stuff.
You got it.
Toss it back through.
Thought you come down here while you was servicing.
Huh?
So I thought you got that while you was down
Hey.
here servicing.
No, I forgot it.
Oh.
Oh, now here
There's
comes the
rain.
We don't have to worry about the rain now. Oh, there's my truck window bent down.
Go get that.
When they get that.
Mine are too.
I don't think I can hold it. It's coming. Whoa, dope.
I tell you.
Whoa, dope.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. She's back home. Last weekend and the beginning of this week, we took a few days off to spectate at a race at Southside Dragway and help our friends out, and also kind of have business meetings and come up with decisions about the future of our racing program as a whole and what the process would be about putting Raggedy Ann back together.
And it's on the ground again.
Mm-hmm.
Not done by any means.
Of course. Of course.
Whoever owns this thing next, that one's tight. Drive this down the road?
No!
Okay.
Duh.
Just check.
Duh. Typical.
Stick it over there somewhere.
Typical, not long enough.
Story of my life.
I know. Bigger dick, better friends.
Slap tables in the mouth.
Like I
At least
said,
the throat job.
he said bigger dick,
very
better friends.
So you have another one of these straps? That's gonna be a nice race car. Huh?
Not this one.
Nice race car.
Not this one. This is going to be an air tank in a couple weeks.
Oh, this will be a hell of a big chassis car after I'm done.
Oh, yeah.
All-wheel drive will be alright.
We're going to be popping hoolies.
Yeah.
Rear-wheel drive woolies.
You got 2 more there?
2 more bars?
I didn't know where you wanted to put these other 7 rollers.
Well, I'll probably just leave it on the jack, since it's on the jack.
Alright. We'll keep this to the back here.
Through. That way we can ratchet it up. If it works like that, yeah.
I see. I was going the other way.
It was your idea, I just modified
I
it.
see it.
You're just particular.
No, it don't have to be all that great, that's good enough. I'll hold it up so we can.
I can put it on that if you want it on it. I'll set it down, move my jack over, but
Yeah, we can.
I'd probably roll better.
You want the other on that frame rail.
Yeah, go ahead and slide the jack on around. Nope, turn it on around. Something like that right there is good. Fuck it. The back should hold it square, right?
Yeah.
Should.
Or close.
I can move the jack over and jack it back up if you want it in the middle.
That's perfect. Oh, yep. We got 3 of us up here. Poor little Mikey in the back.
Hey, I got this.
Yeah, it ain't hard, is it?
Middle thing.
Yeah.
Play some. She said, "Fuck it." Pass this motherfucker over top that bitch.
I'll pick up that cardboard, that way we don't trap it. You're gonna have a lot of time to fucking fix them out. Boy, that bit's dirty.
Wait. I don't understand these at all.
Crank bars.
When you hit the rear.
But how do they work on a 4-link? A 4-link stays stationary. It's not like a leaf spring where it fucking.
It used to stay
Rotates.
stationary until the fucking bushings was beat out of this thing.
Well, yeah, I get that.
I don't
That's
know.
what I'm saying. These are like leaf spring
It's
shit.
still trying to wrap
How?
because it's got fucking gushy bushings.
Okay, then put some Heims in it. Not this fucking.
This you can bolt on in a field, okay?
Traps.
I see that.
That's awesome. What is that for?
They're traps for the bolts, so it only lets it pop down so far.
Oh,
Yeah, because this thing's gonna do all the woolies.
see?
Oh,
That's why fucking Mustangs are pimp.
man, Odie's gonna be so happy. I can't believe. See, they could afford Heims here and here.
Come with the kit.
Ooh, that's got wasp nest up in it.
Huh?
It's a good nest right there.
That's mud daubers. Hi.
Hi. I'll let you finish what you're doing and then we'll chat a bit.
Just trying to mark the spot welds. This was a little bit of instruction given so that when you start grinding, you got to take your mind off of it for a second. You don't lose where you was and end up grinding next to it. So, good advice. Some of them you can't feel though. So yeah. Go ahead. Talk.
Just bring everybody up to, you went to the engine shop this week, dropped off the engine to the truck.
Yeah.
So what did Tim Brown kind of come up with on the engine?
I mean, the rods looked undersized. It's one of the two things, either just a bad rod or the time pulled too much timing and it was fired off the wrong lug in the distributor. Really can't define what one it was. So that's that. I'm gonna check the crank out, mag it, sleeve the block, new set of rods, new set of pistons. Luke's wanting to drop the compression a little bit, so we're gonna drop the compression a little bit. And honestly, he's talking about putting it in his Camaro, putting the engine in his Camaro rather than back in the S10. He had talked about buying a set, I think it was 225 or 235 heads off of a buddy of his, but he didn't know. So the 220s, the FR 220s, have some messed up valves. Some of them kiss the pistons. We don't know how many valves are bad. I know at least one, because it's bent and hung open. So that, Tim's going to get that all taken care of. And then I believe I'm going to assemble it here, put it back together. We'll see what the future holds with that. Yeah, Luke had come yesterday, which would have been Thursday. He came yesterday afternoon there and rounded up all the parts and got everything back in the trailer. And he took that stuff home for now to get it out of the way with all the stuff we've got going on here. I don't know how I'm gonna get it all done, to be honest. Like, there's a lot to do with cutting these two cars in half, and then the transmission for the black car, it's been done. I've had the converter from it. It needs to get done. So then a little bit of work on the turbo car, trying to push it a little bit further on and hopefully have it ready for next season, but we'll see how it goes. So it gets tiring. Here we are pulling into Central Ohio Fabrication. Going to talk to him about maybe seeing if he has some metal on hand to try and get this jig figured out to cut Raggedy Ann into. My idea is to cut the whole front of this car off from like the firewall seam over and cut the front of that car off and marry the two good ones together, the good-ish, I guess you could say, the wrecked one and the good one. Marry them together and have a new good front end to start all over with. We got steel. I've never done this before, so this is all just an image in my head. But the big thick rails is gonna run from the back to the front. And this is a little bit of talking with several different people. Like, this is how it was originally gonna be done, but it was never really a good picture painted, so I'm just painting my own picture. And I'm gonna run the rails from the back mounting bolts, because we did put the adjustable torque boxes in with a factory hole, the same dimensions as a factory hole. I'm gonna use it, fab everything up to come down and run along. My thoughts is to have tabs for the frame rail to hold everything in place. It's gonna come up, and then I'll take you over here to this car. This is the one I'm actually building it off of, so it'll have tabs to keep this all in line. And then I wanna weld it to the K-member. That way we have the K-member for the placement. Keep it all square and everything. And then basically cut this one off and that one off. Fit this back on the jig, slide it over that one, then find fit everything and weld it back together. So, never done it before. We'll see if it happens. I might end up with 2 junk cars instead of 1. So, I think it's a good bit of work. It's a lot more work for somebody that don't know. I mean, but we're gonna give it hell and see if we can't get the thing back together.
This is basically our only option to get back to racing this season right now, right?
If it don't go south, we might not get back to racing this season anyway. If I screw this up. But at least I'm trying, and like at this point with the, I don't even know, like, I don't know what words to say, with the letdowns or the setbacks or the push asides, whatever you want to call it. Like, at least I'm gonna find out if I can do it myself. Fuck it. So I say we might have 2 junk cars. So.
So, did you run into any complications building this last night?
No, just trying to figure it out and building an image in my head and making it so what I think it could work. That was probably the longest. The longest thing was just cutting the tabs and drilling holes. So we'll see. Hopefully it holds everything tight. I think it should. I mean, it bolts to the control arm, bolts to the control arm. It's all welded, braced, and then in the back it'll bolt up in the rear or lower control arm hole. So that should keep this thing in position. So we'll see.